students, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. Myself Priya teacher and I am going to teach you science subject for class 7. Students, we discussed different types of thermometers and also uses of these thermometers in our last session. Okay, so we already have started lesson number 4 in which we are going to know more about what it means heat and what is the use and what are the scientific different concepts are there which are related to our daily life or in our to our life. Okay, so that we are going to discuss here in this lesson number 4. So already we started it and we are going to discuss today some interesting things about heat. So what we are going to discuss, before that I am going to show you a picture here, so that you have to see and I will ask you some questions. Okay. So see, here it is picture shown. So two pictures are there, or you can see two gases are there, and on one gas flame there is, you can see a cooker is kept there, and in another picture you can see a frying pan is there. Okay, so these gas flames are on here in these pictures. So I think you might have observed that frying pan becomes hot when kept on a flame. So can you tell me that how it becomes hot? Correct. So when we are going to keep that frying pan on these gas or gas flames, what happens there? So that gas flames are going to heat that utensil. Okay, and also you can see, then when we are going to keep these utensils, okay, below the gas or gas flame, you can see that utensil or that pot again going to be cool. Okay, so why it is going to be cool or why it gets slowly cool there? Because that heat which is transferred from glass flame to these utensils, that is going to transfer in the atmosphere, or in, we can say, in surroundings. That is why that these utensils are going to cool down. Okay, so you observe this, I think. Okay, so here in our today's session we are going to learn about the next point of this lesson, which is known as transfer of heat. Transfer of heat we are going to learn today. So now only I told you, whenever that utensils get hot and also get slow, what happens there? So transfer of heat occurs there, or transfer of heat happens there. So see what it means, transfer of heat. So transfer of heat, what is heat transfer? So heat transfer is the movement of heat energy from one substance to another. So what is heat transfer? Next slide we can see, next picture. Heat always moves from a warmer substance to a cooler substance. Okay, so this is called as a transfer of heat. So first point, it is heat transfer is the movement of heat energy from one substance to another. It means heat can be transferred from one substance to another, and also heat is always moves from a warmer substance to a cooler substance. Okay, so that is called as a transfer of a heat. Whenever there is a more difference or great difference, what happens there? We can see that transfer of heat is also more or greater. So there are three types of transfer of heat. Which three types of transfer of heat? So first type, it is a conduction. Second one, convection. and third type it is a radiation. So these are three types of transfer of heat. So these three types are classified because transfer of heat occurs on the basis of medium. In which medium or in which substances transfer of heat occurs, on this basis or on this basis what we are classifying this transfer of heat into three types: conduction, convection and radiation. So let us know more about first type, it is conduction. So in conduction what happens? First type, molecules transfer energy to the molecules next to them. So this is the first type in which what happens here? In conduction, molecules transfer energy to the molecules next to them. You can see here two molecules are shown here. Here is first one blue in color, second one red in color. Okay, so that arrow is showing that heat is transferred from red molecule to the blue molecule. Then next point, so conduction, it is a definition of conduction process. So the process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object is known as conduction. So this conduction is generally the heat is transferred by the process of conduction in which substances? Solids. So in solid substances we can see that heat can be transferred. Okay. So this definition I am going to read one more time. The process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end, or we can say here from the hotter substances to the colder substances, or from the hot substance to the cool substance of an object is known as conduction. Okay. So this conduction process mostly occurs in a solid substances. So why it is occurs in a solid substances? So I am going to show you here. So here you can see a candle and a tripod stand is here. Okay. So I am going to show you a glass jar is here. Okay. So that glass jar is filled with water. Okay, that glass jar, it is filled with water. So here you have to warm this jar or warm this water. So you can after some time you can see that this water is getting warm, or water is getting hotter. Okay, it becomes hot. But I told you that conduction occurs in a solid substances. So we will talk about only that pan which is kept here on gas flame. So only a pan which is made from a metal we can think about here. Okay. So now you can see here it is a metal pan which I kept here on a gas flame, suppose. So what happens here, that gas because of that gas flame, this metal pan or this utensil will get hot. So what happens here exactly through this conduction process? So here these molecules of this pan, so suppose it is a made up from iron. So these iron particles are there. Whatever there is a utensil, suppose it is made up from the iron, what happens there? So these are nothing but the molecules which I am showing you. So these are molecules of this iron utensil. Then when you are going to heat these molecules, these particles, this is a solid substance. This is a solid substance. So these particles are not going to move from their places. Okay? So they are not going to move from their place. Suppose this is a one molecule, this is a second one, third one, fourth one. So these are the molecules A, B, C, D of this iron substance. And when they are going to heat, what happens here? So this heat from this candle flame is transferred from candle to this molecule A. Then from this molecule A to molecule B. Then from B to C, from C to D. So like this conduction process occurs here. So from gas flame, heat is transferred to molecule A, then from molecule A it is transferred to molecule B, then molecule B it is transferred to C, and from molecule C it is going to transfer to D. So like this, from this end, this is a one end of this iron part, pot we can say, and this is the second one. So from this one end, heat is going to transfer to the second end, but these molecules which are from this end are going to transfer heat to the second end like this. Okay, so these molecules are not going to move. It means B is not going to come here to the near to the flame, or C is not going to come here near to the flame, or D is not going to come here. Okay, so like this you can see that conduction process occurs in these solid substances. Okay, hope you understood this thing. Again I will explain when I will teach you the next part, or next type of this transfer of heat. So there is an activity given in your textbook. One activity it is going given to in your textbook. What activity is there? So activity number 4.7. So in 4.7, what it is given, that you have to collect different types of articles which is made from steel, spoon, plastic scale, pencil, okay, etc. And that you have to identify that which substance can transfer heat and which cannot transfer heat. So that activity you have to read. So on this basis of this activity, next point is conductors and insulators. So conductors are materials which allow heat to pass through them easily. So these conductors are going to allow heat to pass through them. Okay. So whenever you are going to do this activity 4.7, so plastic substances are there, or plastic articles are there, then spoon is there which is made from the metals, which it is made from the steel. We are using spoons which are made from steel also, and plastic also, or fiber also. So these three types of spoon you can use, and you can check that which spoon is going to allow transfer of heat. So when you will complete your activity, you can see that some substances are allowing transfer of heat and some substances are not allowing transfer of heat, and on this basis we are going to define these substances which are known as scientifically conductors and insulators. So conductors can allow, and next point it is insulator. Insulators are materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily. So some insulators are there which are not allowing heat to pass through them easily. So when you will see that wood, when you are going to heat wood, it will burn. Okay, it will not transfer heat from flame of a candle to the next end of that wood article. Okay, so what will happen there, when you will hold that wooden article on the gas flame, what you will see, that wooden article will get burned. So don't do this at your home, please. I am only telling you. So what will happen with these insulators or with these articles which are made from these plastic or rubber or from wooden or from glass substance. Okay, so you don't have to do this activity at your home, only you have to read and you have to understand. So what it means actually, conductors and insulators. So this is the definition of conductors and insulator. So in our day-to-day life we are using all these substances which are known as conductors and insulator, and also we are using these insulators which are conductors for transfer of heat or for cooking also. Okay, when we are going to cook anything, that time we are going to use these use utensils which are made from the conductors, okay, or this iron, aluminum or copper. I am going to show you a video.
Conduction. In this module, you will learn how heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Bet you have seen food being cooked in a pan. When a pan is placed over a burner, the contents of the pan become hot. Why? This is because heat flows or gets transferred from the burner to the pan. The flow of heat through a solid is known as conduction. Let us try to understand conduction with the help of a simple activity. For the activity, you need an iron rod.
Listen student, this is activity 4.6, which is an experiment. So nowadays it is not possible to show this experiment to you in laboratory, that is why I am going to show you a video. Okay, so you have to see this activity carefully. Okay, this is very important, which is related to the transfer of heat.
A stand, some iron nails, a candle and melted wax. Now fix the iron rod on the stand as shown. Then dip the head of the iron nails in the melted wax and stick them at equal distances on the iron rod. Then light the candle and place it at the other end of the rod. Wait for a while. What do you observe after a while? The nail closest to the candle will fall off the rod first, then the next nail, and so on.
See, so in this activity what is given, that you have to take a metal strip and then with the help of wax you have to attach some nails which are also made from the metal. Nails are made from metal only, you know, these are made from copper or iron. So you have to stick these nails with the help of wax to this metallic strip, and you have to attach that strip to a stand, and at the one end you have to keep a burning candle there. Okay, so after some time you will observe that when this candle is going to heat this first end or that end which is there on flame of that candle, it is going to become hot, and whenever it is going to become hot, what happens here? So you can see first nail is going to drop from that metallic strip, and after some time you will see that second nail is going to drop from that strip. So like this, all nails are going to
Thus,
drop from
heat
that.
energy gets transferred from a hotter region to a colder region.
So like this is the hotter region, because this end is going to become hot first, because it is upper side of this flame. So that is why it will get hot first, and this hot end is going to transfer heat from this end to the another end of this metallic strip. Okay. So this is the transfer of heat, and this metallic strip, it is a solid substance, and this solid substance is going to transfer heat with the process which is called as a conduction.
But how does heat transfer occur? When a solid is heated, the molecules at the heated end start vibrating and transfer the energy to the next molecule. Thus, heat energy spreads uniformly throughout the rod. During conduction in a solid, heat is transferred along the body of the solid from one particle to another without the movement of the particles. Hence, conduction is defined as the flow of heat through a solid without the actual movement of the solid.
Okay, as I told you, these particles are there, whatever particles are there, these are not going to move from their places. Only they are transferring heat wherever they are. Okay.
Do all substances conduct heat the same way? No. Substances that conduct heat well are called good conductors of heat. Generally, all metals are good conductors of heat. And substances that do not conduct heat are called poor conductors of heat or insulators. In this module you've learnt conduction is the flow of heat.
So we'll take a just recap what we learned in our today's session.
Through a solid from a hotter region to a colder region without the movement of the solid. During conduction in a solid, heat is transferred along the body of the solid from one particle to another without the movement of the particles. Substances that conduct heat well are called good conductors of heat. Substances that do not conduct heat are called poor conductors of heat or insulators.
So hope you understood what it means exactly conduction and what is mean by conductors and insulators. So next point we will start, which is a convection. So convection, this is a next type, or this is the second type of transfer of heat. So the transfer of energy in a liquid or gas, it is called as a convection. So this convection process mostly occurs in liquid and gases. So I told you on which basis this transfer of heat is classified. So on this basis. So in which substances this process or this transfer of heat going to occur, on this basis these three types we can see here. So first type we saw that conduction, which occurs in mostly solids, and here you can see transfer of heat or energy in a liquid or a gas. So when part of a gas or liquid is heated, the particles it is made up of a move faster and spread out more. The moving particles bump into their particles, causing them to move faster and spread out more. So what it means? The moving particles, whatever is going to happen here. So in conduction, particles are not going to move from their places, but in convection, particles are going to move from their place. That is why it is called as a convection. So it occurs in liquid and gases. So moving particles bump into other particles. Okay. So convection is the process by which heat is transferred in liquids and gases from the hotter part to the colder part. So here it is, activity is given here. So I am not going to read this activity totally. So I will tell you in short here. So So this is activity number 4.8. So what you have to do, you can see here two, here it is a glass utensil you can see, which is kept on a candle, okay, or tripod stand, and that it is heated here with the help of candle. So whenever it is going to heat, what happens here? So you have to add potassium permanganate, okay. So whenever you will heat that jar, you have to add that potassium permanganate in this water. This is nothing but water. In this water you have to add potassium permanganate, and what you will see, that particles are going to move from lower side to the upper side in this jar, okay. So why these particles, if suppose there are water particles, you will unable to see these water particles are moving from lower side to the upper side. That is why we are using this potassium permanganate, which is in the form of crystal. So this crystal form of potassium permanganate, we are going to add this in this water. That is why you can observe that this potassium permanganate is violet in color. So the violet particles you can see from lower side, they are going to move to upper side, and again some particles which are at upper side, they are going to move in lower side. So this is called as a convection. This is a activity which is given you to study this process, which is known as convection here, okay. So here I will show you how it occurs, convection. So as I told you, whenever there is a heat transfer, so this is a liquid particle. These are liquid particles or gas particles. So suppose this is A, B, C, D and E. So it occurs in liquids and gases. So these particles are A, B, C, D and E. So whenever there is a heat is going to transfer from this candle, what happens here? So in conduction I told you, this A is going to transfer to B, B is going to C, C is going to D, D is going to E. But in convection it not happens here. What happens here? So whenever this heat, A particle is going to be hot, or it is going to get heat from this flame, it is going to move to at the end, okay. Then when this A particle is going to move at the end, what happens here? So this B particle is going to move to near to the flame. So like this, B is again going to move to end, and then which particle is come here? Then C particle is going to move here, like this. Whenever there is a pot which kept on a tripod stand, so after heating, so lower particles are going to up, and upper particles which are cool, they are going to come down. So this process I will explain you in detail in our next session. Today we will stop here, okay. So hope you understood whatever we learn in our today's session. We learned about the process of transfer of heat, and also we discussed 3 types which are based on solid, liquid and gaseous substances, and also we started convection process. This process we will learn in our next session in detail, okay. So till we will stop here, and you have to read all activities whatever given in your textbook. I am going to ask some questions which are based on that, okay. Thank you.